Make sure you're smiling. All right, everybody, David Pietsch here. Hey, listen, got a special guest today. This guy, they call him the African Prince. You know him. He's the millionaire student, four-time international marketing director out of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sashin Govender. How you doing, Sashin?
Incredible, Pietsch. Thank you so much for having me on.
My pleasure. You did a great job training the world yesterday at our worldwide event called United. I know a lot of folks were on there. Truly, I mean, the event was fantastic and you were great. And I wanted to get you on here so our team could hear from you specifically. Sasha, we got a lot of mojo going on. Your team is rocking. My team is rocking. I think you and I have a couple of the fastest growing teams in the world, probably the fastest growing teams in the world. And so, you know, we should be teaming up. But look, a lot of new people getting started. They don't really know your story. I think a lot of people, they get in, they show a handful of people, they get a little bit discouraged. A lot of them just tend to start fading away, you know, and we know that they're maybe 1 or 2 months away from just canceling because they didn't have instant success. And that's what I want to talk to you about. So I know your story. I know you've been around it for a long time, but you know, look, how old are you now, Sashin? 27?
26.
26. Sorry to add on that extra year. I know nobody wants that, especially me. All right. So listen, I've known Sashin for about 10 years. I've watched you come up through WorldVentures. It's an amazing story, but just tell these people real quick, how did you get started in WorldVentures and what was your start like in our company?
So Pietsch, I got involved at a very young age, 18 years old. And whilst I was in high school, I joined WorldVentures. So I'm that guy that was the underdog. There was no way that I could have succeeded. Also coming from South Africa where the average income is $200 a month. So I've got the adversity from my age, which is being 18 years old. No one's going to listen to an 18-year-old kid. And then on top of that, I've got the whole factor of the currency exchange because our membership is in US dollars. And the currency back then was 8 to 1. Today it's 18.5 to 1. So you can only imagine, I got to sell this thing like 18 times more today than anyone else can or does. And then at the same time, you know, I'm going out and showing the presentation to people, but my dad joined WorldVentures about 2 years before me. So all my family members were done and dusted. I could only go to my friends and I showed my teacher, he joined. 3 to 4 days later, he quit. He told the whole school, I'm a part of a scam. And, you know, I just felt like quitting. So when people go through that slow pain by showing one person getting a no, showing another person getting a no, it didn't happen like that for me. My teacher told everyone in the whole school at once, this guy is a part of a scam. So I couldn't show it to them. And eventually I went through 145 no's. I went real quick so I didn't feel the pain. People go too slow. They show one, take a week off, show another one, take a month off. I went through real quick 2 months, 145 people, and then 146 persons said yes. 12 people said yes after that, and we just started knocking it down. 6 months to senior rep, 12 months to director, 17 months to MD, 2 years, a plateau. Put in 5 would quit. Put in 10 would quit. In fact, 50 would quit over that 10. And, you know, today it's just been, I'm so grateful that I stuck it out. I worked on my mind. I went through the nose.
Yeah, I mean, Sashin, look, I've been to events outside of WorldVentures with you. I watch you. You're always taking notes. I'm always stealing your charger. I mean, I apologize for that. But, you know, I mean, for real, like I've watched you and you've humbled yourself. You've been teachable. You've been coachable. And I hear you on stage and I just know that you're a highly trained ninja. And so a lot of these people that are getting started, I mean, they will never experience anywhere near the adversity that you've had to deal with. You know, this is why I respect you so much because I know that you're tougher than nails. I know what you've had to go through. I know the price point. I know how much people are making there. I mean, you have all these things, the scam, I mean, all the government, I mean, all these things that you've had coming against you. And yet here you are, 4-time IMD. So what would you say specifically to people who are in the United States, the richest land that has ever been known, where opportunity abounds? And right now with this coronavirus thing, maybe they're seeing a little bit of adversity. I don't think it's adversity because I think it's better for us because we can do this. We can get in front of more people quickly on Zoom. But what would you say to these people that have just gotten started on our team, you know, that they're trying to figure out, is the juice worth the squeeze in WorldVentures? Is it worth my time to get good at doing this business?
Well, firstly, you got to understand the human brain stops working and researching and studying at 18 years old. So you stop studying in school And now you're 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old physical appearance, physical body with an 18-year-old mind. And you got to work on your mind. You got to work on your personal development level here. And that's the reason why, Pietsch, I've listened to you for years. I've listened to all the other trainers for years. I'm a master copycat. I literally take all the information from everyone, all the different chapters, and I put it in my head. And I want people to do that. Just learn enough, read enough. Because when you read enough, you lead enough people. When you learn enough, you earn more. And then at the same time, you got to understand this is worth it. But you only see a huge difference 3 years from today. 1,000 days, the same run that you went on, I went on too. 1,000 days, 5 to 6 nights a week. You got to do this thing religiously, an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, whatever your hours or time is, you got to work towards that. If you say you want to do this thing an hour a day, 7 hours a week, I'd rather you do that than do 7 hours on a Monday and take 6 days off. I want you to be consistent, and it is definitely worth it, Pietsch. I mean, I'm locked down in quarantine right now, but there's no better place to be than in my home right now because WorldVentures pays for my home and, 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 7 lounges. I'm not even being affected, but I will tell you something. I'm so glad I built this thing whilst there was no pandemic, because this business right now just shows us how valuable home-based businesses are, how valuable our industry, our company is, working smart. And we've worked online for a very long time. So I want people to understand, bridge that gap. If you're not a millennial, and if you are a millennial, firstly, bridge the offline gap with the baby boomers. If you're a baby boomer, bridge the millennial gap and create that bridge that bridges both together where you're working online and offline at the same time. But it is definitely worth it. And, imagine this, an IMD can buy a president's home. It is possible for anyone. You don't have to be a president to live in a president's home. You can be an IMD.
Sashin, are you saying that you bought the president of South Africa's home? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
See, I thought I was cool when I bought Heidi Klum and Seal's house here in Las Vegas, but you have trumped me, man. That is like a president. I mean, think about that. That is so awesome. Real quick, I want to end with this. Why WorldVentures? You and I, we could do any business. We'd succeed because we've learned the skill set on how to do it. Why do you love WorldLecture so much, and why do you think it's the company to be in?
So firstly, you got to understand, I would never choose any other company in this entire industry because most of those companies are suffering right now. Product-based companies, most of their products have been manufactured in China, can't get shipped to your front door. And because of this whole lockdown, all of those leaders, their income has come to a grinding halt. They can't phone people every single month and beg them to buy their products. With us, we don't have to sell a flight or accommodation or dream trip to get paid. We sell a membership and we get paid. So we can make that switch pitch and push 90% business and 10% product whilst they can't. Right now, we've chosen the right route. Firstly, being a service-based company, and secondly, selling a membership versus selling a product. And at the same time, I would choose network marketing over any other industry. Why? Because if you have this and if you have a laptop, you can make a ton of money. What I love about our company is, just understanding this is freedom. This is right here. This is personal development. This is freedom. This is money. This is income. This is life. This is real values. The real people in this company are here. The real leaders. I was looking at this weekend's event and I said, if we're ever going to create an MVP team, put all the IMDs together, we'll disrupt any other company in the world. Give us an app form and give us a clicker. It's game over. We'll dominate people.
Yeah, I mean, we'll end with this. I just believe that the coronavirus is a blessing for us in WorldVentures for the fact that right now you are just justified in just working. There are so many people. I mean, I know you don't take that many vacations because you're just trying to be 40-time IMD. Okay. And that's how I was when I was, when I started building 12 years ago. I was wired in. I wouldn't even think about going on vacation, but I see too many people going on too many vacations too fast. And what's happening right now is you are on lockdown. Redeem the time. Take advantage of the time that you have to build your business now so that you can travel later. And when you're in Hawaii or when you're in Fiji or when you're in Ibiza or South Africa, you can be present and just enjoy the moment, live in the moment, because you don't have to worry about your business because it's stable and it's rock solid and you've got a big residual income. So Sashin, thanks for jumping on here, man. As always, you're looking fly. That's a good looking suit. I know that's not your only one. That's one of 60,000 that you own. So any parting words on your end?
Well, Pietsch, people got to understand that before this whole pandemic, we had 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday as an IMD. Every day was a weekend. Today, every day is a weekday. Every single day, you got to keep yourself accountable. So if I was you people, I want you to track down 4 things. Number 1, how many people are you showing per day for you and your team? Number 2, how many people are you closing? Testimonial calls, validation calls, closings after the Zooms. Number 3, how many relationships are you building per day? This is the time for you to rise. Phone your people, call them, build relationships, be there for them. And number 4, track down the signups. If you don't track this down, your signups will always be low. To increase this, you need to increase this.
There you have it, guys. This is the millionaire student, the African prince, 4-time World Ventures International Marketing Director. Thanks for your time, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, rock and roll, guys. We'll see you next time. Over and out. Okay, baby. That was pure gold.
Perfect. Let me know whatever you need, and